Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what's up? My name is vianney.strick. Thank you so much for being here. As you guys can see by the title, I have so much new makeup to show you guys. It is going to be a combination of high-end and drugstore, a combination of reviews and first impressions. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you do, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to join my squad. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, I'm not gonna blabber too much because these videos tend to be a little bit long, but if you guys want to see more new drugstore, just affordable drugstore makeup, check out my last video. This is the rest of the drugstore makeup that I want to show you guys, as well as a lot of high end. So let's get into it. Let's start out with something that is actually, I think, the newest product in this video. So it's actually from Kosas. Is it Kosas or Kosas? Kosas. This is the brand new Kosas BB Burst BB Cream. It is your everyday makeup and skincare essential, according to them. So it says that it's a light buildable coverage, smoothing and blurring effect, vibrant, pretty finish, comforting, refreshing gel, and it does have a bunch of different skincare ingredients. I have already tried it, and I already did do a wear test. I did post that on my Instagram and TikTok. So I do have a pretty good review for you guys. I'm going to be using the shade 22 Medium Neutral Olive. So it does come with a pump, and let me just show you guys. I'm gonna do a pump and a half more because when I first tried it, I noticed that a full pump wasn't covering my whole face. I do like to apply it first with my hands because it is a very lightweight gel. I just like to kind of blend everything out with my hands first so that I do get as much coverage and as much product distribution first, and then I go in with a brush just to kind of get any finger streaks out. So as you guys can see, this is blending out very, very quickly, and it's very, very sheer. It's very lightweight, and it is a true gel type of consistency, which I actually really like. So now I'll just grab a foundation brush and dot it and kind of just stamp it on. As you guys can see, this definitely gave a light coverage. I wouldn't even say it's a light to medium. It's a light coverage, but it really does even your skin out. It is going to give you a little bit of a dewy finish. There's no shimmer or anything like that. It doesn't feel greasy or heavy. I don't know if you guys can tell, but you can still see my freckles, any imperfections. A very, very natural product. I actually really do like it. I think this is one of those products that is actually skin-like. I think that if I just wore this by itself, I feel like you guys wouldn't even know that I'm wearing a base product, and my skin just looks perfected, but it still looks natural. It actually wears really nicely. What I did notice is that by the end of the day, I got a little bit shiny in this area, which you guys know, I actually never really get shiny. I have normal to dry skin. So I guess you could say it's very hydrating. So I think that if you have oily skin, I don't know how much you would like this, just because the fact that I got shiny is insane. But if you have normal to dry skin, I do think you're really gonna like this. Now, I just told you guys all the pros. Let me tell you a little bit about the con. It is $38, so obviously it's high-end. It's not going to be super affordable. And for me personally, I do need a little bit more than one pump each use. And obviously it's not going to give you that much coverage. So it is a very natural, lightweight product for $38. But if that is in your budget and this is something that you're interested in, I think it's actually a beautiful product. So yeah, that's my review on that. As long as you're okay with the price tag, I think it's gorgeous. And like I said, it just wears so well and looks so natural. Okay, so moving on to bronzer, you guys. I have been dying to show you this bronzer. This is a new drugstore bronzer, and you guys, just wait. I might spark some controversy, and I'm ready for it. So let me just show you guys. So this is brand new from Morphe 2. I did buy this at Ulta, and it is their brand new cream bronzer. It's called the Sun and Done Smooth Gliding Bronzer Stick, and I have the shade Golden Isle. And this is what it looks like. It is a retractable type of thing. I think it looks a lot like the Rare Beauty one. And dare I say, I wish the Rare Beauty one was like this one. Let's just say that. Please don't come at me in the comments. I know that this bronzer is very creamy, pigmented, everything. It just always gets patchy on me no matter what. I don't know what it is. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's just not a consistent product for me. But this This is really nice. Let me show you guys. So I'm literally just gonna start drawing. You guys know I like a lot of bronzer, but it just melts. This bronzer does not worry me about picking up product underneath. Let me show you guys how it blends. It's such a lightweight formula and it's creamy and it has a nice natural finish, nothing too dewy, nothing matte. It just melts onto the skin. And you guys saw how much product I applied and look how natural it looks. It's definitely like a light coverage buildable product, which also just makes it so easy for everyone to use. I might have applied a little too much in my hairline. This looks scary, this does not, because the product just melts. I have been loving this. I've used it multiple times now and it has never done me wrong. And then this shade particularly has such a nice like yellow undertone that I love. It's a little bit more olivey. I know it looks a little crazy in my forehead, but we will make that work. It looks natural, radiant, it looks skin-like. It honestly, you could make it full glam, you could make it natural. I have been loving this bronzer and I've been dying to tell you guys about it because like, hello, and no, this is not sponsored. I've just been trying so many amazing products that I wanted to put in one video. Okay, so moving on to concealers. Fenty Beauty sent me something for the first time. None of this is sponsored. Some of these things are PR. Most of these things I bought myself, but Fenty Beauty sent me their brand new concealers and I was so excited about that. Let's just pretend that Rihanna sent them to me personally. The packaging is actually really, really cute. These are called the We're Even Hydrating Longwear Concealers. And they do have like a little flat applicator. 260N is the shade that I'm going to use. So it is a hydrating concealer, right? So honestly, the first time that I tried it, I really wasn't expecting too much coverage. You guys know I'm a full coverage gal when it comes to concealers, but obviously I can appreciate something that's supposed to be more natural. And I do have normal to dry skin as well as under eyes, of course. But let me just say, this concealer actually impressed me. So this concealer actually has a really good amount of coverage. I would say it's definitely like a medium, not a medium, a little buildable, maybe not like a full, but honestly for like an everyday concealer that's hydrating and lightweight, it actually can be full glam. Obviously with Fenty Beauty, they always have such an amazing shade range. Did you expect that from this concealer? Because I sure didn't. The first time that I tried it, I was like, wait, what? I haven't tried the other concealer from Fenty Beauty, but it also, I feel like not a lot of people talk necessarily positive about it. And so I just didn't know what to expect, but look at that concealer. Like, we're even. We're absolutely even. I mean, I owe you one. I think if you just want more of like a lightweight hydrating concealer, but maybe give you a little bit more coverage than just like a light medium. Like if you need a true medium coverage without getting heavy or cakey or drying or greasy, because it's not greasy either, I think you would really like this. I actually feel like a lot of people would probably like this because it's like a nice in between of everything. Coverage, not too dewy, not matte, not thick, but not watery. It's like a nice in between. I think it's so nice. Before we set with powder, I did want to try out a blush. I'm not sure if this is new, but it's new to me, so I'm excited to try it out. It actually looks really interesting. So it's actually from Smashbox Cosmetics, which I feel like nobody talks about anymore. It's called the Sheer to Stay Color Tint Lip and Cheek. I have the shade Wisteria. Ooh. So it says it's supposed to be a primer infused tint that gives the lips and cheeks a flush of matte color. Because it was lips and cheeks, I expected it to be dewy, but it's matte. I'm so excited to try this out. This is interesting because it actually looks like a little lip gloss tube. I don't know if I want to put it on my lips, but I definitely want to put this on my face. So let's just put a little bit on my hand. Look at this product. This looks promising and this shade looks really, really pretty. I've been loving this little like paddle brush. It has two sides, also from BK Beauty. I've been loving BK Beauty. I have no idea how much to put on, so let's just start out with maybe 3 dots. And it feels kind of moussey, so let me tap it out and we'll see how pigmented it is. Okay, that is so nice. I love like a liquid matte blush. That seems to be like a nice formula for me. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. Wait, okay. I want to build it up because that is so freaking pretty. It blended very easily and it does have like a nice semi-matte finish. You guys, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. You guys know how much I love those LA Girl ones. Those are a little bit more pigmented and a little bit more matte. This is definitely buildable, but I mean, it's not super sheer by any means, but you can definitely build it, and I would say it's more like a natural to semi-matte finish. It definitely adds like a blurred look, but it's like letting the glow from the Kosas like come through, you know what I mean? That is so pretty, and this shade is gorgeous. It's like a blue pink. That's so freaking nice. I really like that. So to set the face, we're gonna be using the brand new Huda Beauty Peach Pie Powder. Let me just show you guys. I love the Huda Beauty powder. I have this one, which is in the shade Pound Cake, which is perfect for me, and then Cherry Blossom, because we all fell into that pink rage. But now peach is in, apparently, so the peach came out, and I'm super happy because this is one of my holy grail powders. This is like a powder that I use every single day, whether it's to set, bake, literally everything. I understand that there is a lot of fragrance to it, but if you can get past that, this is the most blurring powder you'll ever have. I will repurchase this powder forever. So as you guys can see, this packaging is a little bit different. I did get the travel size of the peach pie because I just have way too much powder. But if you're wondering, this is what the travel size looks like, and it actually comes with its own puff that I personally don't really like, but we're going to be using this powder to set the whole face. It's definitely a light peach, so it's not going to be like too deep, but I think if you just have more like golden undertones, you might like this better than pink. We're going to grab some and like saturate it, and then I'm just going to tap off any of the excess just on the other side of my hand, and we are going to set. Now, this powder for my skin tone specifically is a little bit more of a natural shade. The Pound Cake shade is a little bit more brightened, as well as the Cherry Blossom, but it gives you that like blurred look while looking natural for me. I think that if you have deeper skin tone and you like more of like a peachy warm tone type of powder, I think this would be perfect for you if you want to brighten without looking ashy. And then if you do have lighter skin tone than me, I personally think that maybe I would go to a different shade. I don't know. Do you see how my under eyes just don't look brightened? They just look set and like maybe the tiniest bit peachy. I personally really like this shade of powder for the rest of my face because the other two shades kind of like changed the shade and the undertone of like my makeup, and this one, because it is peachy and it's lighter, I do think that it actually sets my makeup without like changing it, and it's more of like a natural way to set it with a very nice blurring powder. I honestly love the Huda Beauty powder so much. I just wanted to show you guys that if you have lighter skin tone, I would probably stick to a different one. If you have my skin tone, this is nice and natural and blurring and beautiful, but if you have deeper skin tone, this might be your new best friend. So hopefully it works for a lot of you guys, but I've been loving it. And honestly, this travel size comes with a pretty good amount of product. So if you already have a lot of makeup, like don't be afraid to like get travel sizes. It's honestly the best hack ever. Okay, so we don't have any bronzer, so I just applied the One Size bronzer off camera, as well as like as eyeshadow. We do have a new blush, and this is actually an interesting one because I don't know about you, but one of my first blushes, one of my first like OG favorite blushes were from Wet n Wild, and I know these are so not new, but they actually came out with 2 new shades, which I'm surprised that they did that. I don't know, I just haven't seen much of Wet n Wild coming out from like their actual line. I feel like they always come out with like different collabs with all these different people, and I just want more actual Wet n Wild makeup, and I guess they decided to go this route, which I'm super excited about. They did come out with the matte formulas. They do have a shimmer and a matte. So this one is called Naked Brown, and this one is called Bed of Roses. So why don't we just try both on? I feel like this would be like a nice transition blush, and then this could be like a nice way to warm it up. I don't know. I'm excited though. This formula is great. I mean, as long as I didn't change anything, it's pigmented. It is a little powdery, but it's nice and buttery. So let me apply this kind of higher on the cheekbone. Ooh. Okay, this is actually way more pigmented than I thought. Should we just put this all over this cheek instead? Because that is way more pigmented than I thought. That is so pretty. It is just like a nice rosy pink shade, and it is so blurring. Like that shininess from the Kosas is still coming through, but there's like no texture. That is so blurring. I forgot how, like, these blushes are so nice, and I honestly forget about it because they've just been out forever and they're so nice. Big fan of this one. And now let's try the Bed of, what is this? Naked Brown. So I feel like this is gonna be like a nice kind of like, I don't know, like a sunburnt vibe. No, I use the same brush, I apologize, but that's so pretty. You can definitely see the difference. Really happy about the brand new shades because that is like a toasted, warm, but not orangey. Like this is a nice, like brown beige type of blush that's not gonna look orange or pink or red. Like it really is like a nice brown shade. And then this is like the perfect rosy shade. Okay, Wet n Wild. I'm gonna like mix a little bit of both on each side. I know I don't need any more blush, but I just need to like make it look even because I do have to go somewhere after this. And then let's finish off the face with some highlighter. Are you guys proud of me? I have some highlighters that I haven't touched, and they're fairly new from Makeup Forever, and I have been obsessed with their blushes. Tell me why I haven't tried the highlight version. So I do have this one, which, oh shoot, oh my gosh, I was not expecting that. This is the shade Wherever Pearl. This one is called Limitless Cocoa. That looks gorgeous. This one is Anywhere Glimmer. Do we see this? This is like kind of reminding me of the Rare Beauty ones. That they're so like glassy looking. I just feel like this is gonna be such like a go-to highlighter. It just looks so promising. So I think I'm gonna use the gold shade for my face and then maybe the lighter shade for like my inner corner. This is definitely way too dark for me. You guys know I like to kind of be very, very strategic with my highlighter, but let's just apply some right here. I went in with the lightest hand. That's so pretty. Like they're definitely blinding. I'm going in with the lightest hand, but because the formula is so like thin and glassy, it's actually very, looks nice. And then maybe a little bit on the nose. That is so pretty. This gold shade is very, very pretty. It's giving glass. And then I'm gonna grab the lightest one and just grab my pinky and then do like a very, hopefully blinding inner corner highlight. That's so pretty. I like these. I like that. It's just not as like blinding as I thought, but it added so much like light into my eyes without it being obvious that I have like a bunch of highlighter in there. I like that. Before we move on to mascara, I did want to show you guys a lip oil because we do have quite a bit of lip product to try out. So Essence came out with a new lip oil. I did go ahead and purchase it on the Ulta website. And this is what it looks like. I love that all the drugstore companies are coming out with lip oils. It is the Hydra Kiss lip oil. I did get the shade Pink Champagne. Packaging is super nice. It comes with a really nice doe foot applicator, and I have tried this. Let me show it to you guys. These actually have a little bit more pigment than most. Like, you see how that's giving me such a nice, like, pinky tone, but nothing too much, but like actually enough to pick a shade that you actually want to wear. I feel like nowadays all the lip oils are like different shades, but they're just different like scents. This one actually has some pigment. I'm not obsessed with the smell. Like, it doesn't smell bad, but it doesn't smell good. That's the only thing I don't like about it. Other than that, though, look at that. Not sticky, nice and shiny. It's like a true in-between of like a gel and an oil. It's like a nice medium consistency, and it does last like a good amount of time, and it gives a nice amount of pigment, and it's so inexpensive. So yeah, I really, really do like it. I just wish it smelled a little better, but that's it. Other than that, this is gorgeous. Right? So I added a little bit of eyeliner to my upper waterline because I do want to try out a mascara for the second time. I did not like this mascara at all the first time I tried it on camera with you guys, and everybody has been raving about it ever since. So I'm hoping I could just give it a second try, and then maybe because it has dried out a little bit, it might actually work better. I just remember the formula being kind of heavy and goopy. So let's see what this is made of. The brand new mascara from L'Oreal, it's called the Panorama Mascara. And I believe it's supposed to be a tubing mascara, which honestly, that's probably why I didn't like it at first. What I've noticed with tubing mascaras is that I usually don't like them at first, and then I like them better once they dry out a little bit, and then I end up loving them. I have a feeling I'm gonna end up loving this, if I'm being honest. So I'm gonna quickly curl my lashes. And by the way, it is a silicone brush and it's tapered, and it honestly looks like one of my favorite brushes that I always have on mascaras. So lashes are curled. I'm going to try to go a little bit light-handed with it, again, just because the formula is so wet, but let's go ahead and do one coat on each lash. This is why I believe in second chances, because so far it's looking really nice. I do remember the second coat, which I always have to do a second coat, kind of being heavy and bringing my lashes down, so we'll see about that. But so far, like, this is one coat, and I do think it looks really, really pretty. Let's see if we can get a little bit more length and volume with the second coat without weighing the lashes down. Okay, so second coat. I do have a lot of mascara on my eyelids because this is such a wet formula. Obviously, my lashes look extremely dramatic, but you do have to sacrifice like featheriness. It just looks very chunky, but it is giving me length and volume. It's just kind of spidery. So if you don't mind this look, I do think you would like it. I think with this mascara, less is more, unless you don't mind a little bit of chunk. But obviously it is doing what it's doing. I genuinely think this mascara is going to be way better when it's like dried out. I just feel like the formula is just a little bit too wet, but it is nice actually. So far so good. I give it like a 7.5 out of 10. So let's finish off this video with two brand new drugstore lip products. So I did get the CoverGirl Outlast Lip Stain. Either this is new or they have new shades. And then I also do have the NYX Duck Plump, which this is interesting. So let me take off the lip oil, beautiful, gorgeous, and we're gonna line our lips with this. I did get the shade Natural Blush 65, and it just looks like a marker. So, okay, I actually haven't tried this one out, so this is gonna be with you guys. I'm making sure I don't have any moisture on the lips, and I don't know, I guess we'll just overline with it. Okay, so far so good. This is a nice shade. The applicator itself is very stiff. I wish it would have made it a little bit more like less markery, but it's okay. I don't know, I feel like it's not giving me very even coverage. It looks good on the bottom. It doesn't look very good on the top. What the heck? Why does it look like that on the top? Okay, but now it's not coming off. Why isn't it even on the top? That is so weird. Okay, that's enough. I cannot keep adding more. I do think on the bottom lip, it looks good. I think maybe it's like clinging onto like dry patches or something, which honestly lip stains do all the time. I just feel like this one isn't very forgiving because it's so stiff. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this. I mean, I've kind of been trying to make it work and it just doesn't, and now it won't come off. So let me know in the comments if you guys have liked this. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think that looks a little bit weird. I'm gonna throw on a little bit of lip liner over this, and then we'll put on the lip gloss. Okay, so you guys know, as always, I put on Tower 28 Work of Art, such a beautiful liner. And now let's put on the Duck Plump. So this is brand new from NYX. It's called the Duck Plump. I got the shade Mauve, Move Out My Way, like mauve-y. It's supposed to be a high pigment plumping gloss, and it does come with a big doe foot applicator. This is extremely pigmented. Like, this is literally a liquid lipstick that doesn't dry. It's like a very, very pigmented gloss, and it does plump. It is a little bit of a thicker formula, but it is really nice and shiny and not sticky, and it does burn. So if you don't want anything that burns, do not get this. I actually do really like this. I think it does do exactly what it says it would do. Me personally, I don't like to wear such pigmented liquidy products because they do kind of, they can be a little bit messy and you don't have that much control. But if you love a very, very pigmented lip gloss that is plumping, that is super nice and shiny, or if you just want like a liquid lipstick that doesn't dry, that is really shiny. I mean, I'm telling you, I don't know if it's a gloss or liquid lipstick, but as you guys can see, it is very juicy. But if you don't want any burning or tingling, do not get this because this burns, but it works. So it's actually works exactly how it's advertised, and they have a lot of different shades. Alrighty guys, so that is the end of the video. This is what the makeup is looking like. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. Everything that we tried out just looks so beautiful. So nice that it's like a mixture of high-end and drugstore. Yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I will link everything down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.